DayZ, a game where players are separated by their knowledge, skill, and determination. A game known for being so difficult, it drives so many players away. In today's story, I will show you my journey of becoming a noob to becoming slightly less of a noob. We first start our adventure on a community server called Lucky Looters. This server is where loot is boosted for so much, and it's just so much easier to end up looting. This was my first life and just my first time in these loot boosted servers, so I was amazed by all the loot I found. I had stacks and stacks of food, water, weapons. I had a ghillie suit head and everything. This was just the beginning of why I liked DayZ so much. It just this didn't turn out very long. The shots ringing around the town were immaculate. They were everywhere. You could hear it ringing in your ears. Since this being my first time ever actually being geared up in this game, I was being very precautious. I didn't want to die, and I didn't want to lose everything I had. So I adventured on safely and just cautiously. I try to loot up everything I see, so I open these doors, and I just find a bunch of loot that I already have. It's nothing I really need. So I tread on to the nearest shack, trying to find loot that I don't already have. And there it is, a VSS. Something I've never had before, and something I've never used, and I was really looking forward to trying it out. Then I see them, another player, in the shack. I was too scared to use the VSS, so I pull out my M4, and I aim down sights. This is the first time I've ever been in a shootout with someone in this game. I think he'll peek from the left side, but it doesn't happen. He peeks from the right. I fire a couple shots and they don't land, and we end up trading. And this is where I experienced my first DayZ death while I was geared up. It was infuriating, and I really just wanted to put the game away and never want to play it again. But something about this game makes me want to just keep playing. So after putting it down for a little bit, I hopped back onto the same server and tried to get geared up again. Again, I'm a noob, so I'm not really sure where I should be looting. But I find an airfield, so I decide to go explore it. I mean, as you can hear, there's just many gunshots going on, and it really scared me, but I wasn't going to make the mistake of just being fearful of it. I decided to go in and try to find some loot. There wasn't much in the airfield, so I decided to go to a nearby military camp and get some weapons. And then I see him, another player. I decided to take some shots. I missed poorly. My aim is not very good in this game. As I've said before, haven't played much. I've lost sight of the player, and I'm really worried. He definitely knows where I am. He definitely saw those shots. But he didn't seem very geared up. He didn't seem to have weapons. So instead of just sitting there, I decided to move in. I crouch behind the cover. I don't want to get spotted, and I don't want to be killed. I know I'm not as looted as I was before, but I definitely saw potential in this game. So again, I just walked around trying to find weapons and gear. After looting up for a little bit, I got pretty geared up with a jacket, pants, ammo, food. So all I really wanted was to be geared. But as you can hear, there were many gunshots going on and about. This was happening the whole time throughout looting, and I was pretty scared. But I wanted to get some action, to get some high tier loot. I see something standing on that crate. I think it's a zombie, but I'm not really sure. I line up the headshot and take it, but I miss. I have to full spray and reveal my position, but I needed the loot. It looked like some good stuff, so I move in. I reload just in case, and I start to run in full sprint ahead. I was really curious. I tried to get the loot from below the crate, but I quickly realized that didn't work. So I had to take the risk. Jump up and loot from up top in the open. I go prone. I realize it's an infected, but it still had good loot. It had a ballistic vest, a giant backpack, food, ammo, and bandages. I was stacked, and I heard so many shots in front of me, to my right, behind. I didn't know what to do. After I got the loot, I sat in that crate for a little bit. I ate some beans, and I just thought about what I should do, and I thought I should go back to that little tower I was at before, so I sprinted for it. I wasn't exactly sure where it was, but I thought it was in this general direction, so I went for it. But in my view, I couldn't see anything, so I decided to just take refuge in this tent for a second. Then I thought I should just run to the woods for a little bit, so I looked behind me, and I didn't look back anymore. I ran to the woods. I had enough supplies to be allowed to sprint, so I thought I should just find a good spot to sit here and just figure out to organize my inventory and just how to do things. So I sit behind this bush and I sit there for a little bit. As I've said before, I've never really been geared up in this game because I've only played it a couple times, so I had no idea how to use these box mags. I later did find out that you have to load in mags individually, which I find really dumb, but still, it's just part of the game, I guess. So I found that out later on, not very recent, but I just still couldn't figure out how to use these box mags. I was just confused. I tried to put the scope on my gun, but I realized it wasn't compatible later on. Just so many things were going on inside my mind at this moment. After I organized my inventory for a little bit, I heard so much just moving around. At first I heard a zombie, and so I thought not much of it, right? And then I heard a player. I heard the player shooting, and it sounded right next to me. I spent a solid couple minutes kind of looking around for him, but I couldn't end up finding him. And at that point, I just got really worried. I had so much loot on me, and I'd never really done this well before and lived. So I took the executive decision and decided to log off for the day. I had too much valuables on me, and I thought it was just for the better to log off. The next day rolls around, and I'm trying to load a mag with a box of ammo. If you're an experienced DayZ player, you would know that's not how that works. Not even experienced, if you just know what you're doing, that's not how that works. You need the actual bullets, you have to empty the box first. But again, didn't know that till later on, and I got help from people in the Discord server, who I'll be thanking at the end of the video. So this was just most of my experience in this gaming session, was literally just trying to load a mag. I still couldn't really figure out how to load the mag, but then there's a zombie, as you can see to the left. He sees me, and he comes for me. I ended up shooting him. He doesn't really get damage off, but he's not dead. He's a crawler, basically, and he does hit me, it makes me bleed. I finish him. But those gunshots, they are loud. They attract a lot more zombies, and they end up coming for me. So I have to waste my ammo to shoot them, too. This zombie took a lot of shots. I ran out of ammo in my lore. So I took my knife. I started running for the woods. I didn't know what to do. I was bleeding and I was being chased. I stop and I fight them. I didn't want to die like this. This is the most stacked I've ever been. I kill one of the zombies, and there's one more. I use my hunting knife to kill it, and I end up doing it. But at what cost? It cost me all my blood, as you can see after I kill this. I didn't really understand to bandage my wound for a second, but then I ended up going for it because I realized that's what I had to do. So I go to do that. And you see my blood being lost in the bottom right. It's already at yellow and it's extremely going down. I continue to bandage, but my screen's going black and white and I don't know what to do. Another zombie approaches. I pull my knife back out and I go to fight him. I'm still bleeding and the zombie's still hitting me. I'm worrying, I'm panicking, I don't know what to do. And then I attempt to pull out my rags again, but another zombie approaches. I'm knifing it, but I'm still bleeding, losing blood, and I'm losing health to the zombie. I'm wasting so much time. I pull my knife away and pull out more rags. I start to bandage up again, and I'm losing so much blood. My screen is just black and white, and I didn't really know how to recover it. I was worried. I didn't want to get ambushed. I heard distant gunshots, and I thought they were getting closer to me. I end up looting these bodies because I try to find something that'll help me. At the time, I didn't know saline packs and stuff would help me, but I don't think I ended up actually finding any in this whole game. I still haven't to this day. It just regens automatically. I'm just happy I didn't go to the state where I lost so much blood that I just continually black out. That would have been really bad in my situation. I started to get really worried about the blood loss, so I thought I'd just call it for the night and just log off. I ended up logging back onto the server later that night with a friend. I realized I was still bleeding out, but it was regenning. And I finally at this moment, figured out how to reload magazines. This is a point where I asked someone in the Discord to help me, so I would like to thank them a lot, but I'll get more into that at the end of the video. After my friend and I talked for a little bit, I went on the journey to find him. We tried to do this once before on official servers, and that didn't work out. But on this server, everyone spawns a lot closer to each other. So I heard a gunshot, so I ended up firing so he could try to hear me. So I was hiding behind this trike to take cover. And I'm still listening for the gunshots. I end up shooting one more, but it's attracting a lot of attention, and I end up getting shot. And yeah, like that. I end up getting shot, don't know where it was from. I was still being shot at, and I was trying to hide. I didn't know what to do. I hid behind here. I could still hear gunshots from my friend, I believe. I see so many zombies chasing me. I'm using my ammo to protect myself. I have nothing left. I'm shooting them. They won't die. I start just full sprinting. I'm trying to leave this place. Someone's shooting me. We attract a bunch of zombies. I was low on health. I was still bleeding. And I gunned down all those zombies. Switched to another gun. Gunned down the rest of the zombies. And I was just panicked. My friend and I were screaming. We didn't know what to do. We didn't want to die like this. And then I got stuck in the corner. This game has many glitches, but this one is the worst. I get stuck in this corner, I can't move, and there's a zombie on the outside hitting me. And just like that, all that progress and time I put in was gone. The death screen is back. Like how a noob starts the game and dies, even when he gets stacked, he still ends up dying. We have now reached the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this like narrative slash storytelling kind of video. I plan on doing more of these for DayZ and maybe other games if you guys want. But like I said earlier a couple times, there were people in a certain Discord server that really helped me just figure out how to play this game. I don't remember their exact usernames, and I'm not sure if they had like YouTube channels or anything I could shout out. But they were in the JLK crew Discord. If you don't know what that is, JLK is a YouTuber. He's a DayZ YouTuber who does videos just like this. And I ended up joining his Discord, and I want to just shout out to him, his Discord, and all the people in it that ended up helping me. I'll have his channel and his Discord linked in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.